Hello everyone, this is a mod review of Lycanite's demon mobs. I'm going to go through each demon mob and show you what they look like and what they do. As you can see here, I've got myself a little nether cage, I like to call it. The bricks that it's made out of are demon stone brick fence, and inside there are some tiles. These are actually blocks which are added by the mod, so that's interesting to know. And I'd just like to say one more thing before we begin. Everything I'm going to say is true as of Minecraft 1.9.4. Let's begin. The first mob I'm going to show you, the first demon mob, is the Belf. And as you can see, this is what the Belf looks like. They're running around, looking a bit crazy, looking a bit mental. They are based on the classic DooM imp. Some of you probably already realised that if you're big DooM fans. It's very obvious, and they sound a lot like them as well, so yes. Let's get some villagers in so you can see how they attack their enemies. So there's a villager, there's another villager. There we go. Red fire. What? They're shooting projectiles. They have a ranged attack. This is DooM fire. DooM fireballs. The DooM fireballs, as you can see, are creating DooM fire on the ground. The DooM fire burns red. These villagers do not have a chance. So the DooM fire, you can see, it burns a lot quicker. It burns and spreads faster. So that means it spreads faster, which is a bit scary, but it also burns out quicker as well. So it's not up, it's not over the top. It's quite cool, it's different, I like it. So let's kill these guys off. When they die, as you can see, they drop these DooM fire charges. Now, these are quite good. I'm just going to grab one out of my inventory here. DooM fire charge. With these, you can use them as projectiles yourself and cause this DooM fire to spread across the land and take over the world, maybe, I don't know. But they also drop nether warts, which is a little interesting fact there for you. Next up is the behemoth. And if you are a DooM fan, you will probably realise this guy is based on the Baron of Hell. Now, this guy is a little bit scarier than the Belf, a little bit more powerful than the Belf. He has more health, he's a little bit tougher, and let me just show you how he fights. Oh, he's actually demonstrating something already for us. As he walks along, he creates a trail of hellfire. Hellfire burns green. I love hellfire, mainly because green is my favourite colour, but I just think it looks so good. It looks really nice. So let's get our villagers in. Let's get our victims. As you can see, he's getting ready to shoot. He also has a ranged attack, and he's shooting hellfire at the villagers. Hellfire is the opposite of DooM fire. Hellfire burns slowly and takes a while to spread, but it's still pretty cool. And the best thing about it is when we kill this guy, he can drop these as well, just like the Belf. So if we go to hellfire, here's a hellfire charge. Now we can use this just like the DooM fire charge and set green fires. Now I don't know about you, but imagine having a home, a fireplace with hellfire burning in it. I think that's pretty good. And now we move on to the Pinky. Pinky, look at him, he's so awesome. I just love the way he looks. This guy is based off the Pinky Demon, which might be quite obvious if you are a DooM fan. Now, something to note about the Pinkies. In older updates of Lycanite's mobs, he could burn in fire. Now he doesn't. None of the demon mobs actually burn in fire. They are immune, which is cool, which makes sense. They spawn in the nether. They're going to need to be resistant to fire and heat and anything like that. So yes, this is the Pinky Demon. He's a little bit brutal, and he can be farmed. Yes, you heard me right. This thing can be farmed. It's very dangerous, but it could be worth it. It could be worth the risk. I will show you how to farm them. Welcome to Farming with Kashi. Today we are farming Pinkies. Not for the faint-hearted, I can tell you that for sure. These guys are so dangerous. You need to be careful. Don't get too close to them. They will kill you. They will bite your head off. You will die. So, how do we farm them? First of all, what do they eat? Well, I can tell you this. They eat live animals, pigs and cows. And you can see they get very excited when they eat. Love hearts appear, and there we have it. A baby Pinky, everybody. So yeah, you must feed them live animals. They don't like chickens. Chickens are too small. They go for cows and pigs. And here's our baby Pinky. Now, you might be thinking, why would I go to all that trouble? I'm going to get killed trying to do this. It is worth it. Baby Pinkies can be tamed. Adult Pinkies can't. They're too unruly to tame. They're just too crazy, too mental. Going to bite your head off. Baby Pinkies can be tamed because they're younger. When they grow up, if you tame them, when a tamed baby Pinky grows up, you can then mount the Pinky. You can have a Pinky mount. How cool is that? So yes, that is why you must try Pinky farming. It is well worth it. Okay, so how does he attack? Let's get some villagers in and find out. There we go, look at that. He's chomping. He runs at the opponent and chomps them, eats them up. I'm just going to do this one more time. Have a look at the animation as he bites his opponent. There is a biting animation, which I really love it. Okay, he's almost dead. Let's kill him. So, the Pinky drops Pinky meat. Pinky meat. You can eat it. It's quite cool, actually. There's two types of meat. Obviously, there is the raw meat, which you get as you kill a Pinky, which is this one on the floor here. And there is also cooked Pinky meat, if I just find that as well. Cooked Pinky meat, there it is. So if you eat raw Pinky meat, it will replenish a bit of hunger, but you will also experience the wither effect after you've eaten Pinky meat. Raw Pinky meat, that is. Cooked Pinky meat is much better, so it's worth cooking it. You get more hunger replenished and you get the strength buff for 1 minute, so it is actually pretty cool. Next thing to show you is the trites. Now, before I spawn them in, I just want to say you're probably going to think I'm mental, a bit crazy, but I think these guys are so cute. I really do. I just think they're brilliant. Now, it's worth noting that if you have been following Lycanite's mobs, that you can see these trites are climbing. They're climbing. They now have new climbing AI. They never used to do this. So it's pretty good. I think it really does fit their character. So, if we spawn a villager in, watch how they attack. Now, they're not very tough on their own, but together they swarm and attack the opponent. And they usually spawn in groups, so this is how they will attack. So here we go. There you go. They're swarming. Let's get a few more of them in. There you go. Go on, get the villager. Go, go, sick 'em, boys. Now, as they attack, they do actually give the opponent, the victim, a small wither effect. That does happen as they attack, so that is another thing to know. When they die, as you can probably see, they do drop what regular spiders drop, string and spider eyes, but they have a rare chance to drop a fermented spider eye. Next up is Astaroth. Now, people who do follow Lycanite's mobs, this guy used to be called Asmodai, and the name has changed. I do believe, a little bit of trivia for you, this is because it was supposed to be called the Astaroth, but Lycanite forgot what he was going to name it, so he went with something else until he remembered. Now he's remembered, it's been renamed. So there you go. This guy's based on the Arachnotron from classic Doom. Look at it. Look at it. He's got the brain up here and the mechanical spidery legs. Very good. Now, I love this one, I do. He is a rarer spawn. He's quite tough. Just watch how he attacks. He has a rapid fire projectile. I love the noise it makes as well. So he just shoots and shoots and shoots until he has killed his target. Can you hear that sound? Very good. So as you can imagine, he's probably very, very tough to beat. Getting out the way of the projectiles, which are rapidly coming in at you. You probably need to build a little wall. I don't know. So what he's actually shooting is Devil Star charges. And when you kill him... he also spawns trites. I bet you thought I was going to see he drops the Devil Star charge there. I wanted that to be a surprise. So yes, he drops redstone, iron, and there's a chance he'll drop a Devil Star charge, which I'll show you in just a moment. But yes, when he dies, trites will spawn, and I think that's brilliant. It's just a really nice idea. So yep, you then have to, so you've defeated this really hard guy, boss, but well, not a boss, but you know what I mean. You're really having this trying time, and you're thinking, yes, I've killed him, and then you've got to fight off all these little trites that might just finish you off. And one more thing that I forgot about is the Devil Star charge, which does drop from the Astaroth. Pew, pew! How cool is this? Pew, 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 pew! So this is how you can use the Devil Star charge. Next up is the Cacodemon, and here he is. Look at him in all his glory, so cool. It's really good actually. He's a flying mob, as you can see, he's flying around. And something to note about Lycanite mobs, there is a few Lycanite mobs that can fly, and recently their flying AI has been much improved. They are way better at pathing, which makes them way scarier because they find you way easier. So let's see him attacking. He's got a very nice attack. So his attack is a projectile, but it is a projectile which shoots out other projectiles. As you can see, there's a huge projectile comes out and lots of little ones are shooting off it. It's called the Demonic Lightning Blast. Cacodemons also like to have long walks on the beach as well as bullying ghasts. They kill ghasts. I'm just going to kill him because he's very noisy. They kill ghasts and drink their tears, which is why when you kill a Cacodemon, you'll find they drop ghast tears. They also drop blaze powder, gunpowder, and demonic lightning charges. And the demonic lightning charges are very good. I love using these. So you can fire one off, and it shoots across in the direction you are facing, and lots of little projectiles will shoot off of that. So that is very good. Next up, we have the Nether Soul, which is basically a flying molten skull. Very scary looking and just a menace really. So if we get villagers in, they will swoop down on the villager and attack them. Now, these villagers do attack back, so if they manage to kill one, you'll see what happens when they die. It doesn't look like they're gonna. Ah, there we go. Did you hear that? Spawn some over here. Did you see that? Explosions everywhere. Oh, the villagers have won. That's interesting. I'm going to kill these villagers off dead quick. And you. Goodbye, Joel the librarian. Nether souls explode on death. There we go. You see they've made a hole in my netherrack wall. There we go. Yeah, so the reason I've built a lot of netherrack around here was just to show you that they have a destructive ability when they die. They explode as soon as you kill them, which is quite scary, quite... Come on, die. But this demon stone brick from the mod is actually blast resistant. Not completely blast resistant. It can explode, it can be broken, but it is pretty tough, so the Nether Soul's explosions aren't actually affecting it, which is quite good to know as well. And finally, I'm going to show you the most epic Lycanite mobs, demon mob, and this is the boss, the only boss as of this video being made that is in Lycanite's mobs. There are plans for more, but so far this is the first and only one. It's called Rehovart, and he is pretty epic. This in front of me is the summoning altar for Rehovart, so we're going to summon him using our soul key. I'm just going to let this unfold.
Rehovart, Lord of the Underworld.
So as you can see here, Rehovart has been summoned. There's lots of explosions going on. He is very epic. And also he comes with his own stadium, fighting stadium, for you to fight him with. Because he's so huge, this is probably required. It is pretty cool. And it just creates space to fight him. If there is anything in the way, as you can see, it carves out the stone, it carves out anything in the way, and creates space for itself. So here he is in all his glory, Rehovart. He can spawn Nether Souls, Belfs, and Behemoths. He has 3 fighting stages which you must follow the strategy to be able to defeat him. If you'd like to find out how to beat him, I have already made a video on the strategy behind fighting Rehovart. You can find it here. Click on the link below. Oh, look, there you go. There's one of his attacks. You can find out all about him in my other video. He drops nether stars, demonic soul stones, demon stone building blocks, lots of those, and diamonds. He drops a lot of things now. It is very good. Very worth fighting him, but he is very tough to beat. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to find out more about the mobs in more detail, I actually do a series called Know Your Lycanites Mobs, where I look at one mob per video. Currently, I haven't done any of the demon mobs, but there are other mobs for you to have a look at, so make sure you check that out. I will be doing the demon mobs in the future, so again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, please leave me a comment and hit subscribe.